I'm getting excited. Yes. Look at those big juicy snacks up there on the roof. The best part is the feet. So good. I'm Zachary Fowler, and you're watching Fowler's Makery and Mischief.
Yeah.
Alright, no more fake. We're gonna get a pigeon and then it's not in the video. Today, we're gonna do a catch and cook. To be able to shoot them off a metal roof, I have a new idea. There's one ammo that we didn't test last time. Clay ammo. It's just rammed earth clay ammo. And unlike a fired clay, this stuff will break when it hits stuff. The only problem is it's a little bit bigger diameter and we aren't able to put 7/16 ammo even in this and have it shoot it. 12.6. So this stuff, clay stuff, is pretty inconsistent. Yeah, it just sticks there. The way I filed this for this to fit into there, these don't spring open far enough to have anything but 3/8 in there and have it shoot. So I'm gonna mod this thing up, and I think I'm also gonna fix this because this doesn't collapse all the way like it did before, because I put the stops in here so they don't fall out the end. So before we get into all these modifications and doing the catch and cook, I think we gotta introduce our sponsor for today's video, Fabric by Gerber Life. Life insurance made easy. We'll go back to that in just a second. Right after I filmed that original sponsorship bit, I went ice skating with the family and took a serious digger on the ice. Ended up having to go to the ER. I got 5 stitches in my eyebrow. When Fabric reached out to me the first time and I did a sponsorship thing, I signed up for it. It only took 10 minutes. And I thought, hey, I do all kinds of tough stuff. You don't have to be doing something dangerous for life to happen and try to take you out of the game. I didn't plan for this, and I definitely didn't want to end up in the ER having stitches, and I wouldn't have gone and got the stitches if it wasn't for the wife. She said I had to, and the kids. Made them all feel better. So I'm gonna play the rest of the sponsorship bit now, and I'd urge you to really listen and take advantage of this. It's a new year. There's a lot of new things going on in everybody's lives. And if you're gonna do anything with the new year and get your life in order, I highly recommend going for this, because for less than $1 a day, you could have $1 million worth of coverage that takes care of your family and the loved ones that you have when you're not around. And to make this possible and life insurance like this a reality, Fabric has partnered with Gerber Life, yeah, the baby food people, and they've been doing family for over 60 years. I mean, the baby food people. I remember some of those things tasted pretty good. What was your favorite flavor?
I like the peas.
You like the peas? That is disgusting. I think it was like, you know, the apple sauces with all the different types of apple sauces. They had those little... Anyways, I digress. Check them out. You could be offered coverage instantly with no health exam required. So protect your family today with Fabric by Gerber Life. Apply in just 10 minutes. Come on. You spend 10 minutes doing so many other useless things out there every single day. I mean, how many guys spend more time picking their noses, you know, pretending, hoping nobody's noticing, when you could be applying for life insurance and taking care of your family? So go to meetfabric.com/Fowler. That's MEET fabric.com/Fowler. Let's get on with the build. So we got a little bag of parts here that we're gonna install, fix this thing up, and test it out with the clay, and we'll head over there and grab ourselves a pigeon to catch and cook. Maybe a couple, because when I talked to him today, he said there was like over 100 pigeons there, and I could take them all if I want. We'll see. Had to go slow on starting the screw. This is one screw threaded into a whole bunch of material as part of the stock and everything, but I waxed the threads and epoxied the hole and then screwed it in, so it's kind of like made that hole a bolt for it. It's like the sound of a android bird from another dimension. We'll add the sound to it, so when I do it, you hear the file sound. Spring actually now keeps it from opening all the way. Tiny rubber band. That's what we need. 20.
Like Abby's old braces bands.
I know, that's what we did. Yeah. This little trigger mechanism made out of my Harbor Freight parts worked out really well, but now that I wanted it to do something more than just 3/8, it's giving me trouble. Rubber bands will work really good, so we're fine there. I think if I had to do it over again though, as much time as I spent fiddling with this, if I had just taken a plate of metal, drilled holes in it, cut it out, made my own piece of trigger mechanism right from the beginning, I would have spent less time and it would have been ready to shoot anywhere from 3/8 all the way up to 1/2 inch from the first build of it, no modifications. Sometimes it's better just to build it yourself from the beginning, I think. Another small issue is when I'm loading the ammo, the screw head keeps it off, so I'm gonna burnish that, sand it and burnish it down to its lowest state, so that way the slingshot pouch actually ends up in that small gap that I had machined in these originally. Oops, it's seated in there good. Now, with the trigger pull, and nothing. The rubber band's not powerful enough. Maybe a little lube. Alright, let's go test it out, see what we got for penetration and sighting it in on the, oh, that one's really wonky. So I gotta pick the best ones, I guess. It's all like, it's kind of heart-shaped. Aww. We'll leave that one. The heavier something is mass-wise, if it's like oblong, when you're shooting rocks, for instance, the heavier the rock is, the more lumpy it is, kind of the heaviness corrects the lumpiness and the wind doesn't catch it as easily and doesn't spin off. So obviously, just like a skipping stone, you want a perfectly flat skipping stone to skip. So with a slingshot, you want a more round thing, and the heavier it is, if you can shoot that, it'll stay straighter in the air and the wind won't have as much of an effect on it and carry your shot off in different directions. In Patagonia, when I had to survive off what I could catch and cook, and there turned out to be very little game to shoot with a slingshot, and it took me, I don't know, it was probably about 63 days of practicing and messing around with all that, and then finally I had one chance at a bird, and all that practice and that one perfect stone I've been keeping in my pocket, and that bird was talking with another bird and they're like chip, 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 and whap! Oh, it tasted like chicken. It was so good. I ate like the whole thing. I plucked it very carefully and roasted it, and then the Wooded Beardsman, I sent him a slingshot and taught him how to shoot slingshots a couple years ago, and just the other day he went out and he did a squirrel hunting one, because they're allowed to do that legally in Canada, to straight up just hunt with a slingshot, and he's becoming pretty good.
Besides a few hairs here and there, they wouldn't know that was a squirrel.
We'll have to have a shoot-off, see if he's really gotten that good, or if there's just a lot of shots we're not seeing on camera. We got some drying out going on and some maybe mold building up underneath of it. All right, first time, went through everything. There's our steel, there's our lead, there's our tiny tungsten, and then that other line that passes all the way through, you can barely see in the background, that is the other tungsten, the 3/8 tungsten. So I'm predicting the clay though is gonna stay in the first block somewhere, maybe not even going halfway through, as way less mass. The other thing is the clay is not fired, so it breaks up when it hits stuff. That's the whole point of why we're doing this, so we don't puncture holes in this metal roof of the barn, just puncture holes in pigeons, and it may just break up when it hits the ballistics gel and only go like an inch in and then just be shattered pieces. Let's see, let's try it out, I'm curious. Safety squint when you draw it. And go, get right close. Here you go. Wow. I wasn't wrong. It definitely didn't go far. You can see on the back side of it, the clay did start to break up. It's still rounded on the front, and it passed into there and it did start to come apart. Ah! This one actually went a touch shorter. Too cool. We'll set this aside, take a couple shots to zero in, and then we'll go after that pigeon. Just gonna zero it in a little bit, just so we're kind of vertically aligned and hitting close to the dot. Way to the left. And I need it to go left. Getting closer. It's consistent at least. Consistently off. We're getting closer though. Alright, well, that's actually way better than what I was hoping for, or dreading I should say, not hoping for. I thought for sure that the inconsistency was gonna be like huge, like in between shots was just gonna be like woo 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 woo. And I just have to aim at the best angle for a pile of pigeons and poke and hope. So I think we are ready to go. I'm gonna toss it all in the car. I have to take John's because my car is broke. I don't know what's going on. The front tire feels like it's about to fall off. Go pack our extra band set and some more clay and hit the road. Whoa, look at all the birds on those wires right there. Those are birds? What are they? Are those European starlings? I think a bunch of those, yeah. But they're not the pigeons. So hopefully our farmer here realizes these little black specks on his roof, which ones are pigeons and which aren't, because they just flew to the farm. There's a little pond. I wonder if there's any fish in the pond. Fishy, fishy, fishy. Oh, we're not out here for fish today. We got bigger fish to fry. There is a lot of birds. I'm getting excited. Pigeons are sighted. Yes! Look at them all. Look at those big juicy snacks up there on the roof. Hello.
Hi.
Here's our got our property owners.
How are
Hi.
you doing?
I'm Zach.
Zach, it's a real pleasure.
Nice to
We've
meet
seen your,
you. I'm
seen your
Jake.
show.
Jake, nice to meet you. A friend connected us and he's got a pigeon problem. Obviously, you know why we're here already. And he said he's got some bacon for us because you guys do pigs.
Yep, we raise pigs, and lately the pigeons have really infested some of the barns, and we'd love to get rid of some of them.
Yeah. So he told me, like, if I get any, I have to take 500 with it. I don't know if we're gonna get 500 today, but the wife said, hey, bring home as many as you can and we'll stick them in the freezer. We love pigeon, and these guys are probably, what, stealing grain? And
yeah, absolutely.
And they're pretty plump, and they're pooping on things all over the place and making it kind of nasty, huh?
Absolutely.
Looking pretty good. It just scared them all off. Somebody did say that in the comments, that thing makes too much noise. There's a bunch down here. That went high.
It's a big pig.
So you can see why we're here. The pigeons have just been painting the barn for them. That's not really what they want. I feel like there's got to be like 7 of them watching us. And making sure there's no pigs over here. Those things were so big. I don't really like, I don't know. Like, you know, all those movies, like Where they like toss some people in with the pigs and that's how they get rid of them?
You need at least 16 pigs to finish the job in one sitting, so be wary of any man who keeps a pig farm.
Oh, they're there. Oh, they're right above us. Oh, yeah. Ah, son of a brisket. Boom. There we go. We got one. That was easy. Now that we're in the right place, look at them all up there. Ah, son of a brisket. That's not too long of a shot over there under that roof. I drew it back, held it back too long and it shoots low. Clay stuff I think might work fine for closer shots, not damaging the roof. But so far I haven't even had to take any shots that I'm worried about damaging the roof. And I'm just wasting my time with this clay. Whew, that's gruesome. That clay. So that's where it's all about. Maybe there's too much fluff on the feathers hitting them in the body. And I aimed for a headshot on that one. And that did it. Then we're up by 2 headshots. I'm tempted to just get my Sparrow slingshot out and some steel ammo and just, you know, make sure they're always shots with a wooden beam behind it. I think I'd have one every shot. This is such an easy spot for it. But we're getting out the big guns, so that way when I have steel in there for a shot that I might be able to use with steel, I'll make the most perfect shot. If not, we'll just whip out the Sparrow and smack them with some clay, see if that works. Ah. That was so much easier, just using my Sparrow slingshot and the clay ammo. I feel like there's just some more work that needs to be done with the sling rifle to make it that much more accurate. And the only thing that's gonna solve that is a lot more shooting. I don't know if it's my trigger, my ammo choices, my sighting in, what it is. I think we'll stick with the Sparrow for the rest of the evening because it's just about to get dark. I wish we had got here sooner because we would have gotten all that figured out, maybe even had some more time to do some more test shots with the sling rifle. And had a bigger bag of them. Now all we got is 3 so far. But hey, that's still 3 delicious birds. This should be good. Jake did us up a little bit of the bacon that they make. That looks so nice. Look at that. That is so thick, so big. It just melts in your mouth. It's so good.
Good stuff, huh?
I don't know why we're messing around with pigeons.
This is where it's at, huh?
Yeah, we just gotta do catch and cook bacon.
Catch and cook bacon. That's gonna be. Oh, you're gonna need something bigger than a slingshot. There is a light in here if you want to turn it on.
That could be interesting.
There we go. Man down. Oh, no.
Oh, quick out of the way.
Where'd the other one go? He went this way. There we go.
Are you giving any points to the backpack?
You can almost count partially. That's like half the backpack there for doing most of the work. Let's see if we can get a couple more.
I think you got one.
Where'd he go?
I saw it drop right there, I think. I heard it thump. It's right here, dude. It's like your best shot of the day.
What?
Look at it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. That was a good long shot on the ridge. That is, what now, 4 for the, I'm losing count. Maybe that's 5? 4? 4 for the, all right, 3 for the sparrow, 1 for the backpack. The sparrow did half the work, of course, so the backpack's still taking all the credit. And I don't know, it's getting kind of dark. We'll walk through as we walk out, see if we get one more. That was a nice one off the ridge. That was with steel. The other 3 were with clay and the sparrow. Keep your head up. Got him. Come on, off the roof.
We need to get a rake.
We have a difficult. Need night vision.
We're amongst the pigeons.
We got one on the roof. We got the last one of the night. What does that make? 7? And all for the sparrow. Sparrow for the win. There we go. That's a bird scraper off the roof tool if I ever seen one.
Yeah, keep pulling like right there. Yep, you rolled him. Yep, still rolling, coming.
Oh, we got him. There we go. Number 7. That's good. I'm calling it. It's a night. All right, we'll shut the lights off and head up to the shelter into the next day and do some cooking. Oh yeah, looking good in there. Table looks like it's still sturdy. Oh yeah. Sarah came with me. We came out to the shelter. We're gonna cook up our pigeons and have a nice little fancy dinner all by ourselves. Nice quiet little evening, and yeah, should be good. Let's see what we can cook up. Oh yeah, still nice and secure in here. A little on the dirty side. I don't know what that is. Something from the squirrels. And making themselves home up here. Rodents, filthy things. Coffee pot sitting around. Oh, we still got some wood. Oh, we got some kindling. It's all nice and dry in here. Oh, I am excited about this. It's been a while since I've done the old pigeon squab and did it good. I did it with the girls a couple years ago with the air rifle and popped a couple, cooked them, and I overdid them in the smoker and made them really dry, and they were kind of a little bit thumbs downy about it. But this time we're gonna do it really good over the fire, slow cooking them. Last night I had prepped them up and plucked them and got them all ready. I left the skins on, so I took the time to pluck all of them, saved some for another time, put those in the freezer. We got 3 of them with us today, and I put them in a brine, a little bit of salt brine, and some rosemary. I don't know how much difference the rosemary is going to make. And we're just going to slow cook them over the fire till they're super juicy and just right. The last time I did this with the Wood of Beardsmen, these pigeons that are just like all up in the farmer's business and eating the grain, which I opened up one of the crops and you could see all the grain from the farm, like sunflower seeds. They're stealing all the pigs' food. So these guys are well fed. There was a lot of fat on the organs and stuff and in their stomach. So they are really, if anything, overfed. Perfect for a catch and cook. Let's get that fire going so we can get these things on to cook. So it's a special, beautiful thing, and a little bit of a sad thing to have our last catch and cook up here. We'll talk more about that once I got the birds on. All right, we got our little birds chopper. I think garlic. Not sure how I'm gonna like. Oh, maybe if I wrap them in bacon, uncured bacon from the farmer here. Gonna do some cheddar bacon wrapped apples, like I always do. It's one of my favorite things to do. You know, you core out the apple, peel it, and you wrap it in bacon with the cheddar inside, and you toast that over the fire. It's quite the dessert. But maybe we stick apple inside. We skip the cheddar, go with bacon wrapped pigeon over the fire. Getting hungry. I don't know what it is about cheese when you're out in the bush. A little bit of cheese, a little bit of apple. Oh, the sound of an apple. Crisp apple when you cut through it. And pepper jack. And cheese. Whoop. Just like that. I love cooking. I tell you. I can't wait till we build that new kitchen up in the upstairs studio and do some more catch and cook episodes. I saved some of the goose and I saved 2 more of these guys so I can look up some more traditional French recipes, and sure, they'll be frozen, but once that kitchen's ready and we start that catch and cook channel where it's just a quick tease of the catches from before and a new recipe, like, excuse me, and a new recipe where I'll really focus on the cooking aspect of it. So I'll look up like a recipe from an old book or a survival recipe, or maybe I'll take like a, I don't know, a recipe from Julia Childs and do squab the way she did it in her recipe book, you know? Shallots and garlic and pigeons and bacon. Oh, this life. This is just the best. Alright. Whew. That is something, huh? What do you think, our big
It looks good.
meat log?
Minus the feet.
Minus the feet? Oh, you know, yeah, that's right, you don't like the feet. You want it so you can even kind of, when you cook it something like this, so you can stick your hand in there. 1, 2, 3, that's about it. That way it doesn't end up all burnt on the outside and like not even cooked yet on the inside. And we'll keep tending the fire for a bit and sit here and just enjoy ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Toasty in here, huh?
It's perfect.
Yeah. The smoke level, once you get a good fire, I've said it before, I don't know, it's been a while since we did these shelter things. If you're ever cooking inside, teepee shelter, clean wood, not rotten wood. If it's rotten, it smokes. Clean, dry wood, not green wood, so that you get good heat coming off of it. The hotter it is, that higher that smoke level will be in an indoor shelter. If it's junky wood, or the air pressure is bad, or you're using some green stuff, or it's not super hot, that you'll have the smoke level come down here, and the only way you'll be able to hang out in your shelter is to get lower and lower. And you don't want to be breathing that stuff in. It's not good for you. Birds are starting to look like they're getting cooked up a little bit. Oop, got a little crispy that time. Wow, that is awesome. I'm so psyched. That turned out so good. That's been weeks of working on that sling rifle and getting it tuned up. I'm a little disappointed. There was a lot of misses. I really need to spend some more time with it. Sighting it in that morning before I went and shot the pigeons, it seemed like everything was doing pretty good with the clay. I got out there, and then the temperature, which I should have known that, but I was all excited about the process. Temperature meant the bands were a lot cooler, and I lost half of my power. I have a feeling if I shot it at the gelatin outside, it probably might have even bounced off, and that's what actually happened with a couple of the pigeons. So I aimed a little bit more like right on their head instead of like just a breast shot and take them down. And I managed to get that one pigeon that way, but it also meant I kept missing and missing and missing more and more. So I finally get in frustration after I don't know how many misses, 3 or 4 hours worth of missing and trying to line up the perfect shot. The other aspect, I don't know if I said it before though, was that I had to line up a shot each time as much as possible there was wood behind it, or the frame of the building, because I didn't want a direct shot on a bird to punch through their metal roofing. That's why we picked the clay, but I still wasn't willing to risk it. So, successful. A little bit of a gimmick still, maybe? I don't know. I heard somebody else leave that in the comments. I think it's a really fun to shoot. I think I'm a better shot at it, but is everybody else a better shot with a slingshot? Could they just pick this up and pop away at some targets and be super accurate and have a lot of fun with it? Yes. Can I pick up my regular slingshot and pop 5 more pigeons in half an hour, whereas the sling rifle took me 3 hours to get 2? Yeah. So for me, it's probably not that great of a thing, but maybe someday if I make it stronger with a longer draw, can I make a 100-yard shot really easily and put it right on point with a nice piece of steel or lead ammo? We'll have to do some more experimenting. Maybe even rig it with a whisper biscuit, you know, so you can put arrows on it, and then we could go after some fish, which would be pretty cool, and do some sling rifle fish arrowing, or if I got the right amount of foot-pounds, I could even do a slingshot catch and cook deer or something someday. That would be really cool. So I'm really happy with that. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And also, you're probably wondering why I said when we first got out here that we're saying goodbye to the place. Putting up the land for sale. Sarah and I, what did we do, Sarah?
We bought lakefront property.
We bought a lake. We bought lakefront property. It is on a lake, and so it has 5 acres. It's really cool. The next video will be all about that and all the fun things we're planning on doing there. And so there's holding on to this, continuing to hold on to this. When I said that in the past I wanted to get rid of it, I just needed somewhere to go do bushcrafty stuff without having to beg and borrow from neighbors to be able to cut sticks, and I need my own land. And now we got not only another piece of land, but a really nice piece of land right on a lake. It's close to home. It's really neat, so we're going to be able to have a lot of adventures on it. I'm actually planning on having Amos over for a 5-day winter survival challenge we're going to do on it, and we got lots of really neat stuff coming. It's pretty exciting. So if you're interested in a beautiful piece of land out in the middle of the woods in Appleton with a historic YouTubers shelter, shelters up in the trees that I've built, multiple ones. The old homestead is falling apart, but I'm willing to sell it as is, or if I don't sell it right away, I'll clean it up some more, and it's available. You can shoot me an email. Just go to my website, and you can always shoot us an email on my contact page there if you want to know more about it. That pretty much cover it? You think so?
That covers it.
That pretty much covers it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to have too much. I do like the fact that right now I own 3 pieces of land, and I believe that makes me a land baron. Is that true?
I don't know. You keep saying that, so I'm gonna have to double check.
So yeah, our pigeons are cooking good. The sizzle right there, a little bit of sizzle every time I roll it over. Get that up a little bit closer to the heat. Check it. Ooh, that's the hot spot right there. So that pretty much covers it. Let's finish cooking these up and do a taste test. Sarah has never eaten a pigeon before. Are you excited?
Yes, I am.
Have I ever made anything gross for you?
I didn't like the porcupine, but
Yeah? You didn't like the... it was a bit on the tough side, and I could see how it was a bit gamier than anything we've ever made before. But the pigeons, they have a slightly liver flavor to them, like a little bit more of a... like a guinea hen does, things like that. I think you'll really like it, as long as I don't make them too dry. So I'm gonna focus on that. You want the feet off?
yes, please.
I'm gonna eat mine with the feet on. A few more minutes of low and slow, and we'll be able to try them out. Another minute or two left on the bird, but Sarah made us a nice little tasty treat here. We got a little garlic wrapped in the bacon that was given us by the farmer. So, here you go, hun.
Thank you.
Lord, thank you for this food. Bless this food to our body. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thanks.
And thank you, Lord, for the pigeons. Yes! All right. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Sarah said I should tell you about this. I left the sticks on here, and it's working out really good because when you lay it down by the fire, those sticks hold it like that so it can't spin. And now I want to get a quarter turn, I lay it like this and it props against something, and that stick keeps it from turning again like this, and then turn it and keep turning them. So that worked out pretty good, because I always usually trim my branches completely off, and I put it on there and I put it on the fire and it goes to its heaviest side, and I'm like, you know, I don't know. I was thinking the toes, if they're like, oh, that toe came off.
Oh, gross.
It's a toe. The toe came off. So if they're like lobsters, when the antenna comes off, when the toe comes off, it's done. We'll give it a little taste test.
I'm not gonna kiss you tonight after eating.
You're not gonna kiss me tonight. It's not like chicken feet, like chicken foot. Really good actually. Like Chinese recipes and Japanese recipes or something like that. That are like, oh, I like chicken foot. You hungry?
I am hungry.
You're really hungry now?
Yeah.
See, the pigeons, that's why it takes so long. Cause
We had bagels this morning, but nothing since.
Yeah, that's why I wait so long. Because if it turns out really bad, it's going to taste better if you had to wait a long time and you get really hungry. All right, I think we're there. How's that look, you guys? What do you think? Leave it in the comments below. Eat it or go to McDonald's. We're eating it. I remember, that's funny. I've only ever once, my mom growing up, she would always make all kinds of food. One time she made some sort of a casserole, and only once I can ever remember, or she completely failed. And Dad was like, all right, we're going out to eat. And my mom's like, wasn't even offended. She's like, yep, let's go. Here, I'll get it ready for you. And remove the feet. Save the neck for me, Bob. The best part is the feet. Oh, it smells. Okay, I usually tell you how it smells by now, and I haven't said a thing. It is smelling so good. It just smells like bacon, rosemary, and garlic. Just a match made in heaven. We planted garlic this week, so we're gonna have like a huge patch of garlic. I was doing the math on it, like how much we pay for garlic at the store after we had planted it, and I realized we planted what, like
$300 worth.
at least $300, maybe even $500 worth of garlic, you know, once it's all fully grown and stuff. And there's a lot of work that has to be done to tend your garlic and all that stuff till it's
It was like,
finished.
what, 45 degrees out
it was
yesterday?
It was raining and 45 degrees when it's supposed to be snowing and negative 20 at least or something at this time of year. Maine has turned the corner to joined the global warming community and left us in the rain instead of snow. We're gonna have to buy another place up and further north if we want to enjoy the snow at some point. I know it's almost sad. We buy this place with the lake, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be able to ice fish in front of my place.
There's no ice.
There's no ice. There's ice over there, but I don't know if next week, by the time I share the place with you, will there be ice that I can ice fish and catch my first fish on our new property? We'll see. We'll see. Ooh, there's a really crispy piece. Actually, that might be a really burnt piece. Oh, a little sliver of garlic. All right, let's see. Pull the bird off. The feet's grosser out, so we'll break those right off. Yep. I'll eat the feet.
So gross.
Here is your
Mine?
delicious thing. Yep. I'll pull mine off here. And we'll set one more to the side. We'll bring that home for the kids. How good that is. Like I can smell that steam and stuff. That's just all rosemary coming off of there. Peel that back, nice big garlic chip. Ooh. Pop the apple out of the little fella here. And we got the bacon here, and we got our little bird. And I think we're just gonna go full savage on it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go for it?
Yeah. I'm never bored with you.
No. Alright. Taste. Excellent. There we go. Going
Sure,
for
but the flavor's so good.
I know, right? Leg. I don't know how I did it with the wooded beardsman. I think it was I cooked them for like 7 hours.
Now I'm gonna feel guilty every time I see a pigeon.
Oh my goodness. That chunk of breast meat. Look at that piece of meat right there. That's just all beautiful with the skin on, all plucked nice. Here, let's just split this and then I'll do yours next. We'll just share it. This is, I think, the win right here. Cheers.
Reminds me of duck.
Yeah, it is a bit. If you were to get 100 of these, I think it would be nice if you plucked them. Like if you had a farm, I'd be shooting these. I'd make a miniature plucker, like a chicken plucker. Pluck them, but still breast them, but leave that piece of skin on. Because
For the fat, like duck breasts, they have the fat and not that.
exactly,
Helps cook it.
yeah, that bacon
The skin is good too.
really protected it. Brings out a lot of flavor. All right, so these are slightly tougher to get into initially than the ones that I did with the wooded beardsman, which cooked forever. Oh, you stole my garlic chip.
Oh, sorry.
That was alright. All's fair in love and fire food. Oh, I found a garlic chip. Did you get any bacon?
Yeah.
Huh?
Can I have an apple and a piece of bacon?
Alright. Piece of bacon. Piece of apple. Hold on, I'll join you. I'm trying to find the most raw piece of bacon. You know how I like it.
I know.
Right? Here we go. Cheers. Well, I think we nailed it. We're going to keep stuffing our faces. Not a pretty sight. By the time we're done here, it's going to be pretty messy. And thank you guys for watching. Another shallot. And thanks for joining me, hon.
Yeah, I'm happy to join you.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. I'll show you the new lakefront property. Fowler and Mrs. Fowler out. All kinds of bacon stuck in our teeth there. You got it. Oh, look at that. There's a whole pig stuck in mine. I think that's the best thing I've cooked this year.
I would agree.
I mean, and you can't count lobster.
We're going somewhere next month, but I can't tell you where. Maybe we should keep the land just for date nights like this. It's kind
No,
of
we'll
fun.
build a new shelter at the
Yeah.
lake.
I know. We'll make a fireplace just like this.
Better. And a rotisserie with a windmill attached to it. Or the stream.
Ooh.
So our rotisserie runs off the stream, which runs through our shelter so we can wash our hands. And have an indoor bushcraft kitchen, I think. Big dreams. Special thanks to our sponsor, once again, Fabric by Gerber Life. Life insurance made easy. Check them out, links in the description below. And a special thanks to our new farmer friend who let us harvest some of those pigeons off of his place and set us up with that awesome bacon to wrap and catch and cook them in. And thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Fowler's out.